Do it live!
I'm Spencer.
And I'm doing it live.
This is Justine, and this is The Itch.
You need it.
And we're here to review Battlefield
Hardline.
Hardline.
Okay, so let's get started because I gotta be quick about this. Battlefield. Okay, so experience-wise, I've played Battlefield 3 and 4. Had a ball playing those games on the PS3 and 4. Actually, I played Battlefield 3 on Xbox. Single player wise, about 3/4 of the way through. Multiplayer wise, about 30 hours, man.
Ooh, so you played a lot of the multiplayer is your focus.
Well, multiplayer is the focus for Battlefield. It's like Call of Duty. It's what do you want to play? It's like Street Fighter. Why would you play the story mode over and over? Non-existent anyway. So.
Because you like bad stories.
Yeah, man. Yeah, real. Use your dragon. Anyway,
is it true that you can only really enjoy Battlefield if you drink it with a smooth Coca-Cola?
I heard you can only enjoy it with a Monster Energy drink. You're right. Eat tight.
Energy?
So the story is, it's sort of like a cop drama. It plays out like a bullshit-ass story. Or like TV show where it's like...
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, or dun dun. Not to say those stories are bullshit or that those TV shows are bullshit. Sponsored by TNT. But I will stress the fact that it kind of feels tacked on. The game starts off pretty modest about, you know, what you can and can't do. You're arresting perps and stuff like that. And it graduates to, oh, you're in a tank, deal. That's not cool. That's just me, though. It feels too Battlefield-y. Let me get back to that, you know, cop feel and stuff like that. Gameplay-wise, it plays like a shooter. Tactical, I guess, shooter with objective-based gameplay. So it's not about just killing the guy. Sometimes it's like, hey, hold the position. Hey, protect the VIP. Hey, kill the VIP. You know, it doesn't really matter. It depends on what you're kind of playing as. There's a lot of game modes. It's cool. It's obviously cops and robbers. So you can be like, oh, hey, you know, I'm a copper. Gotta arrest the perps. You know, whatever the case is. Beat them with your baton. Arrest their asses. It's got a lot of interesting game modes. Like Hotwire, for instance, is more of like a driving around to score points, and you know you run away from the cops. So you got to shoot them. It's made to simulate that hot pursuit kind of thing. The only thing that sucks is it's in a small map. Comparably, it's relatively like I would want like a highway or something like that.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That'd be legit. You know, like you can't get out of your car, and it's like really like maybe in the back, maybe it's low resolution, like towards the background, but for the most part, it's like a wide area. You're like, oh, avoid the cops or whatever. Stop them, pull over. You know, that would be cool. But unfortunately, the game doesn't capitalize on that. Even the PlayStation 5 or just a PC. Limited weapon selection. I have to say it's a bit of a gripe for me. So if you're playing as a cop, right, you purchase an item, purchase a weapon, purchase attachments, whatever the case is, when you switch over to robber, you don't get those same weapons. Now, there's a way to actually transfer that, but you have to use that weapon enough times. Like, you have to get, I believe it's like 1,200 kills, roughly, for that weapon, with that weapon, for it to switch over.
Could you get like a bow and arrow and you put poison on the arrow? And
yeah.
Then when it sticks into people, it poisons them? And...
Yeah, Crisis is in this game. So, it's mixed with Tomb Raider, because EA and Square Enix are actually coming together in the title.
In cahoots.
Yeah, they're in cahoots. Obviously, like I said, you know, the different inventory is kind of a turnoff for me personally because it's a limited weapon selection as it is. Like, if you're playing as one class, you get another, or you get, say, you know, I'm an operator, which is or professional, which is a sniper. If I'm using one bolt rifle, maybe I want to use the other one. Well, that's your only selection. One or the other. What if I want to use a DMR? Okay, well, you can use this one or this one, and that's it. And the worst part about it is the stats aren't really clearly defined. They'll tell you, oh, this one has more accuracy, this one has more this. But honestly, I go through Simtech. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's a website where you can look up the weapon stats of the game, and it's very analytical about it. They'll be like, all right, there's a 0.5 upward recoil under rapid fire. And you can really calculate, hey, how do I get these things? How do I get a tight group, you know, to where my my shots are coming out? And that's, unfortunately, that you have to use a third party to really figure out if the weapon's really worth buying. Going into visuals, graphically, the game looks very similar to Battlefield. Nothing too crazy. It's 900p on PS4 and 720p on Xbox One, you won't notice the difference. Don't complain about it. Frame rate seems to average generally higher than Battlefield 4 on consoles, so that's a good thing. It's always a plus. Music, the cool thing about the game is you can actually add in, like when you get in a car, you can put in any of these licensed tracks and stuff like that, and blare it and stuff like that, and blaze up 420. And
I would blaze up 420 with Little Mermaid.
Wow,
Part of your world. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat?
Right. That's how I snipe. And you know what else? I'd do one better. I'd blaze up 419.
What's
before the blaze.
Oh, pre-blaze.
That's the subtitle. Before the blaze. You know?
Yeah.
Think about it. Otherwise, it's relatively pretty generic music. Keeps it relatively simple, you know? The highlight is obviously driving with your homies to some KRS-One, feeling the beats and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's the only song I play.
What's KRS-One? Oh, okay.
Sound-wise,
Keeping up with the
gunshots
rap
and
game.
right, I gotta get my street cred. Gunshots and explosions and all that stuff sound way better. Obviously, that dynamic sound feels great. It's like boom, boom. You can usually tell where everything's coming from. Voice acting is relatively good. You can hear the people, like when you're tagging, if you're dropping a mine, doing whatever, you can usually hear them way easier. So it's made to work better with people who are playing party chat or don't use a mic, so they can still know what you're doing roughly. So if I'm with Spencer and we're in two different parties and he tags someone, I'll hear it in my game. Oh, there's an enemy right there, you know, and then I'll be able to go, oh, shit, and then, you know, kind of work like that. So it does try and, you know, bridge the gap of communication that we so richly try to destroy being in our own parties.
Yeah.
Pros, it's got fun game modes. It likes to reward you for your accomplishments. Oh, man, you got headshots. Oh, you're a beast, you know, whatever. Here's some ribbons or whatever. Here's a battle pack. The emphasis is on team gameplay, which I find as a pro because I like working with the homies, getting it down together.
I play League of Legends!
Each game feels like a different game. Whereas sometimes you're going after Objective C, sometimes you're going after Objective E, whatever the case is. And that's the thing about Battlefield that's really good, that I'm glad that they've recaptured for this one. It can be a little bit glitchy on the con side. The lag problems haven't been fully addressed. You can sometimes shoot someone as they're turning a corner on their screen. They're turning a corner, and on your screen, they haven't even turned it yet, or whatever the case is. So unfortunately, those ghost bullets, the refresh rate on the bullets is still a problem. Limited weapon selection might turn some people off, namely Battlefield vets. Map selection's pretty good, but it feels like some of them were just tacked on to keep in with the theme of cops and robbers, which is kind of unfortunate. Would I recommend it? Yes, actually I would. I would wait for a price drop, maybe about $10, maybe some added DLC, maybe get you some more weapons in there, a couple more maps. Because some of the maps are really cops and robbers oriented. I want to see like one that's more like naval. You know, I get it, it's cops and robbers, but like they have some levels that are like take place on the side of like an ocean, and you do have to use like watercraft to get around. So that's neat. I want to see more expansion into that. I want to see a flooded city. That would be sick. Like in Battlefield 4, they had a flooded city.
Oh, what about like a plane where somebody's like, the robbers are hijacking the plane?
There you go. Yeah, that's a very good idea. Like a legit like C-130 type setup where it's a huge cargo with enough space that you can go around. And in order to get to the other one, you have to fly a plane and land it.
Oh,
what?
Shit.
What? That's that Star Wars Battlefront up in here.
That'd be tight.
It could turn out Battlefield vets, like I said. It's definitely something that not everyone's going to get into. And Battlefield vets, I think, are the ones kind of getting screwed out of this one because limited weapon selection does interfere with what you're used to being with. A lot of weapons for different scenarios. To pick your weapon, to find out which one works best for you, recoil-wise, whatever the case is. But it's good for players that are looking for a good, decent shooter to play with their friends, and they don't want to, look too hard. Like Battlefield's definitely where it's at. Group up with your friends, go to town on that game. It's pretty much it.
Well, I'm Spencer.
And I'm Justin.
All right, thanks, Justine. This is the Itch. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to check us out on This is the Itch on Twitch.
We do new videos every week!
Thanks for watching.